Hello. Good morning, guys. So,
Good morning, sir.
good morning, very good morning. So, start the class. Okay. Just we'll recap the things what we discussed yesterday. Okay. So, what we discussed regarding the business groups and then business entities, structure of the multi-org and Oracle applications, how we map into the business, okay, and then many more business scenarios, like if it is the departments or the divisions, what kind of things it is, okay. Now we'll start up the application today, okay, how we create this multi-org in the business applications, okay, the complete multi-org in which level we use in the HRMS, okay. So the topmost organization is called the business group, okay. First we will create the business group, okay. So and then we'll use the rest of the things in the different modules like SCM and finance modules, okay. All right. See, our business group name is something like called E3, HR E3. So HR E3. So this is our main business group, the operations and everything. This is the main business entity. It's an established. For example, this business group is running in the two different countries. Okay. So one is in India, one is in USA. Okay. I'll create two business groups. Okay. I'll create two business groups. First, we will implement in the India, and then we'll go for the USA. Okay. So why I'm doing like this is, see, so if I go like this, you have a knowledge on the implementation as well as the rollout project. Okay. So both type of the projects maybe there be types. Okay. If you implement the same business group in one country, then you have a rollout for the other country, because same scenarios, some scenarios are the same. The rest of the some things are different, because labor laws are different, currencies is different, calendar is different. Okay. But reporting side, management reporting side, structure of the business group is the same. Okay. First we'll go for India and then we'll go for the USA. Okay. Right. This HR E3 is the main business group. Under this there is so many departments. Okay. And then in India there is a located for example, this is located in India. Okay. For example, under this, it's in department, there is a checklist. I told you there is a checklist on yesterday. So before going to the implement, we need to be check some of the things with the business users first, especially HRMS consultant. As a functional consultant, you need to be do some checklist. What are the checklist you need to be maintain it? Okay. First, you have to check with them as a you have to check what are the organizations nothing but is there any divisions or exist, okay, or else is there any departments, okay, or else what are you maintaining any jobs, okay, in the organization. And next, are you maintaining any position, okay, are you maintaining any grades in the organizations, okay, are you maintaining any allowances you are giving to the employees, okay. Will map these are the actual mandatory to implement the business group. These are all the mandatory things, okay. So how the cost allocations, okay, and then how allowances are you are giving, okay. So these are all the actually the department jobs, positions, grades. These are the most mandatory. These you can check it after implementation of the business group. That doesn't matter actually. Okay. So departments, how many departments you have? First you have to check with the how many departments. So are you following? Some of the companies may follow the jobs, some of the companies may follow the positions. Okay. So there is no specific funda. There has to be follow this only the jobs. They may not follow the positions. Okay, some of the companies they follow the positions. They may not follow the jobs. Okay, some of the companies only follow the jobs. They will not follow the positions and the grades. Okay, that depends upon the business group's requirements. Okay, so like this, now I'll create this HRE3 business group. First, in the at the time of the implementation, you have to maintain this checklist. Okay, so even the further you can check with them, but before implementing that, you have to study the first their nature of the business. Okay, so what the business current running it is. Okay, how many divisions it is, how many under the each division, how many departments it is. Okay, under this jobs, positions, grades, how it is, how the mapping it is. So like this. Okay, now first I'll create the business group today. Let me open the application. So actually now I log in with the HRMS consultant. Yesterday I created the one user. Okay, yesterday I created one user and then I attached these things. Okay, now I'll create my own responsibility. Okay, I will go with my own responsibility. Okay, actually there is a global HRMS manager, but this global HRMS manager is the standard one. Okay, now I'll create my own HR responsibility, HRMS E3 responsibility, because that is a custom one. We have to give the access to the end users, that one. It's not a global HRMS because this have all the accesses. Okay, so I'll create my own responsibility now. Okay, see how I'm creating it, just see. Yesterday I created the user. This is the way. Security user defined. Now I'll create my own responsibility. Actually, what is the meaning of the responsibility? Okay, so I'll explain you. Saying what is, see, maybe in the organization, for example, there are the departments. For example, you consider there is a HR department, finance department, marketing, sales. Like this is many more departments in each organization or in each division. Okay, so in the HR departments, how many employees? Maybe 5 to 6 employees are working. One is a main HR, like super user. Okay, HR super user. Okay, is everything else under the control. Maybe the junior HR is also working. Okay, and then recruitment side. Okay, so like this, HR officer is also there, and then payroll officer. So likewise, there is under the one department, these are the 5 people are working. If you take the finance, consider, if you take finance manager, okay, assistant of the finance, okay, junior accountant, chief accountant, okay, receivable accountant, payable accountant, clerks. Likewise, there is so many people are working, but every one has a different roles in the organization, right? Every user has a different roles in the organization. So there is a different roles to the recruitment department, to the HR is a super user, right? He has the full rights to do everything, but the HR officer, he doesn't have the access. He has only the limited access. Okay, so if it is any extra things needs to be performed, he will send the approvals to the HR super user. Okay, so what actually the payroll officer can do, he will process only the employee payrolls, that's it. He cannot able to create an employees, or he cannot able to modify the employee informations and nothing. Okay, so he will, if it is any performance, if it is any modifications needs to be done, he has to intimate either with the HR super user or the junior HRs. Okay, what junior HR does, he will only create the employee informations. Okay, if it is any new employees are joined, so likewise. Okay, then the HR officer as well, he has a more comparing with the junior HR. He can modify the informations, and then he send for the approvals. Okay, he cannot modify it, he can modify it, but once he modify that, send for the approvals to the HR supervision. He will review it and he will approve it. He is the final authority guy. Okay, what the payroll officer do? He will process the payrolls and everything, then send for the approvals to the HR supervisor. What the role of the recruitment guy? He will recruit the employees, okay, and then he will map the skill sets and everything. So we'll send for the approvals to the HR supervisor. So likewise, we need to do the process. Okay, so this is what of the roles and responsibility generally we can call it.